would like to introduce Florida State Representative Marie Paule Woodson, a member of the Florida House representing District 105, which covers parts of Miami-Dade and Broward counties. Representative Woodson is currently serving her second term in the House and is up for re-election this November. Our conversation today was facilitated by Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign to discuss the recent controversies regarding the Haitian diaspora in Springfield, Ohio, and to talk with us about current U.S. immigration policy. Welcome to our program, Representative Woodson. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Good morning, Ms. Westall. It is such a pleasure for me to be here with you early this morning. I see you're an
Yeah,
early riser too,
I
but we
know.
have to get business done. We have to work. We have to be engaged. We have to be involved because we are at a crossroad right now.
Yes, yes, we are. Absolutely. What a pivotal moment in
Yes.
history. Now, former President Donald Trump has made allegations that Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, are eating cats and dogs of neighbors. We're sure that our readers, your constituents, have spoken up about how deeply offended they are by them. The Haitian diaspora and the Caribbean community at large find this rhetoric deeply disturbing. I want to start by asking you how you felt about these comments as a Haitian American and what you're hearing from your constituents here in South Florida.
Thank you very much, Ms. Westall, for this question. Actually, I'm gonna start by saying, as a Haitian American who was born and raised in Haiti, who came here to the United States of America because Haiti did not offer me an opportunity as a young person to come up. So I came to these United States, and the statement that was made by the man 45, I'm not gonna even entertain this by calling his name, nor the vice that he selected, but the
Yeah.
statements that they both made about Haitian is horrendous, it's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, it's stupid, because if you know the history of Haiti, you would have never made such a statement. And the
Exactly.
community is outraged. Myself, I take it personal, because if you talk about one of my brothers or brother or sister, you talk about me as well. And I
Yeah.
think even if someone is not of Haitian descent, you should see it. This is our turn now, and it's going to be somebody else's turn tomorrow. Because
Yeah.
Haitian has contributed to the makeup of America so much from the beginning. Remember, we are the first Black independent nation. We are
Yes.
the first one to
Mm.
free ourselves from slavery.
Yeah.
After we do that, we have helped the United States to gain its
Yeah.
independence as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we are a people who should be respected, who should be admired, and our resilience above all
Yes. Oh, yes.
is
Absolutely.
unspeakable. So for him, like I mentioned, I'm not going to even call his name because he's not worth it right now. To go out and say Haitian eat dogs and cats, I find it offensive. I find it
Yes.
unacceptable. And
Mm-hmm.
someone like that does not belong in the White House, which is the
Yes.
sacred place that someone who would be the commander in chief should be
Yes.
occupying. He does not deserve that. And anybody at this time, and mind you, I want to make it clear, this is not about party. This is not about party, because I represent the people of District 105. And in the district, you have Democrats, you have Republicans, you have NPS, you have Libertarian, you have
Yeah.
all of them. And I represent everybody. I serve everybody with respect and dignity. So I find this comment, we have planned for him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that we can show him who we are is by going to the polls, and to not wait until November 5th, because we have 2 weeks of early voting and we have
Right.
our mail ballot also. We need to
Yeah.
show him that we have someone
Yeah.
who is deemed of becoming the next president of the United States of America, someone who knows those type of people
That
like
knows the history and can
that
respect
can
us. Yes.
respect us and who has proven herself to be able to lead this country, to move this
Yeah.
country in the right direction. And that
Mhm.
person is Kamala Harris.
President Donald Trump and his vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, have continued to repeat and propagate this false rumor. The damage has already been done, but do you think
Yes.
the Republican ticket will ever admit their mistake and apologize to the Haitian community?
First of all, she should have known better that something like that, you don't mess with somebody's respect or dignity like that. First, she should
Hmm.
not have, this is not a joke because in the 80s, when it came out that Haitians were the one who brought AIDS to the United States, which was false rumor because God knows AIDS is a worldwide issue. It wasn't,
Exactly.
that came out. Some Haitian kids could not take it, ended up taking their lives away. So when you come in with something like that, you have to think. First of all, you're an adult. You're not a teenager. You're not 10. You're not 5. You're not 7. You should know. If you don't can think, then don't come out with anything. She should have known the damage that this was going to cause. That's one. Second, for number 45 and his pony to come out and say the same thing that that was out there, knowing how can you think for the country if you can't even think for something like that? Seriously. How can you
No.
say that you want to be the next president of the United States of America when you cannot think about a single issue like that? Like, how can that affect an entire population?
I mean,
Because
they ran with it. It's
they
just
just ran with it.
total,
And
it's
when
moronic. He
my,
seems, you
my
know,
concern now is the damage that this can cause to my
yeah.
kids because other kids would make fun of them. Other kids can go and say that, and they would not be able to handle it. Because, first of
Mhm.
all, we have a mental health issues that is killing our nation right now. Whether it's children, adults, whoever, we all dealing with a mental health crisis. Now,
Yeah.
come to top this off and add to what's going on. Our kids have dealt with COVID. They have dealt with isolation. They have dealt with all kind of crises. Okay. Now, it's not fair. And if he was, even if he come up now with an apology, you know this person does one thing after another. Okay. Trump has spoken about women. He doesn't have any respect for women. Our veterans, he made fun of people with disability. He has
Mhm.
done everything in the book. The man
Yeah. Hmm.
34 counts against him, okay? And let me tell you something. Kamala Harris is the right one for him because Kamala Harris is the prosecutor. And he
Kamala
knows,
has an answer for
she knows,
everything.
she knows the people like him, like Trump.
Yeah. Hmm.
And for the man does not have any respect for anybody, women, children, men, whoever. He does not have any respect for anyone, let alone himself, because if he has any respect for himself, he would not disrespect others. And you know, and I know
Yeah.
how we were raised. We were raised to respect ourselves and to
Hmm.
respect others. And those are not the values that he has.
No, I know. They're absolutely, I mean, I don't know how he gets away with saying you know, what he does say, and crazy that people will still want to vote for him.
I agree with you. And what's so scary, people wants to vote for him. But one thing about this man, he could say all kind of stupid things. He could do all kind of stupid things as well. One thing that he does, he keeps his word. In the sense, he promised mass deportation.
Yes.
He promised mass deportation. And one thing
Okay.
my father told me, if you show me who you are once, believe me, I believe you. And
Hmm.
he promised a lot of things, and not just him and also Rick Scott,
Right.
who are slated to be the next leader. Guess what? You have Social Security on the line. You have Medicare on the line for our seniors who get Medicare to take care of themselves. One thing a lot of people don't understand, Trump promised mass deportation. Our brothers and sisters who came over here from the Biden program, I have to give credit to President Biden. for allowing so many of them to come in legally now, which Trump is saying it's illegal alien, legally to go to Springfield because Springfield was using the labor as well because their population was also decreasing. So
Mhm.
now, with this man promising mass deportation, believe me, he can go back in the book and find laws and hurt the immigrant population, whether even if you have a green card or even if you are non-born American.
Well, you know what? They're now making false claims, right? That Haitians in Springfield with TPS designation are here illegally. And we know that they're protected, from
Protected
deportation.
status.
Yes,
Temporary
exactly.
put, and what I want to tell them, TPS translate into temporary protected status, which they
Exactly.
don't know. They don't know anything. All they doing is just shooting the breeze, coming out with false narrative that can hurt people. And let
Yeah.
me tell you something. One thing that my brothers and sisters in Springfield are dealing with. They are dealing right now with abuse. I was talking to someone in the underground, a Haitian
Hmm.
organization on the ground, who was telling me that the issues that they're dealing mostly in Springfield now is abuse. They are being
Yeah.
abused, price
Yeah.
gouging, they raising prices because they don't speak the language, they don't understand certain things. They are even being arrested falsely because
Falsely.
of what's going on. So he
Yes.
put a label on my brothers and sisters in Springfield, and now they are paying the consequences
You
of it.
know, he has the capability of causing so much
Mhm.
destruction
Right, right.
just by opening his mouth. It's
And
really, yeah.
oof, I don't know.
I don't
I
know
don't
how he
know.
gets away with it. Now, it is believed that if Trump becomes president, right, he will
Mhm,
eliminate TPS for Haitians
mhm,
and, as we say, force them out of the US.
mhm,
Now, if Haitians and other migrant groups that have TPS are working and struggling industries that need skilled personnel, would it
mhm,
cause an economic crisis
mhm.
to suddenly lose, all those
Of
workers in
course.
Springfield? Yeah.
Of course, definitely. And that's a good issue that you raise. Let me tell you something. You find Haitian and also those other type of TPS recipient at all over.
Yeah.
They are fueling our economy as well because they are
Yeah.
working in all type of jobs, whether it's in our fields, whether it's in our restaurant, whether it's they are working. They are providing a service as well to the United
Yes.
States.
They
That
just
happened
need
to us
one
in
a
Florida.
paycheck.
That
Yeah.
happened to us in Florida. After we passed the immigration law, a lot of them left Florida and went somewhere else. Then they couldn't find the labor. They couldn't find labor to work in
Okay.
the fields. I don't know if
Okay.
you saw, there was a video on YouTube where one of them was saying that they want to bring the people back. You see what I'm saying? But those are the type, this is what we don't think about before we come up with either legislation or people who wants to lead our country. They
Mm.
not thinking. They not leaders. He's not thinking about anything. He don't know what it means to lead a country because there are
Right.
simple things that could impact the country in a big way, and he's not thinking like that. So why would I want someone like that to think for me? No, no. We need to see common sense and someone with no common sense.
Oh
Kamala
my
has a
gosh.
plan to address all
Yeah.
these. Does he have a plan? He keeps saying he has a plan. He
It's
has a
a
plan.
concept
Where's
of a
the plan?
plan.
Where's the plan? If you have a plan, you should be proud to come out and say what's in your plan. The plan
Yeah.
that he has a plan though. I will tell you what his plan is.
He does
His
have a
plan
plan.
is
I just
Project 2025 that people
exactly.
need to become familiar with. That's the plan that he has. And Project 2025 is slated to do so much damage that
Yes.
people should educate themselves. If you don't know, Google it. Go to someone who you think,
Hmm.
to someone who knows about it. It's so
Oh my
much in
gosh.
there. Even our union, he's slated to destroy our union. Our union members, we should be fighting to keep our union because they defend the most vulnerable one. They are the one who made sure that our people are respected in their job, that they are earning fair wage.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
all this thing is in Project 2025. Mass deportation is in Project 2025. Social
Hmm. Hmm.
Security, Medicare, all these things. He's
Yes.
let me tell you something. The damage that he wants to do is real, and
Yes,
we should
it
be
is. You
commended
know
with it.
what? He's big on doing things that are destructive, but if it's anything to do that's progressive
Mhm,
or for the good of the nation, that
mhm.
gets tossed to the side. That's not his agenda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's my personal opinion.
And-
Maybe I
and- and-
shouldn't be giving it,
right.
but
And there are some basic things that people need to know. Even we have a population that is stricken by diabetes, right? We have a
mhm,
lot of our family members, a lot of people. President
yeah,
Biden had lowered that cap to $35 for insulin when people used to pay $1,000 or more. So those things are the type of things that President Kamala Harris has worked with President Biden to put in place. Look at our
yes,
economy under him. He 45 have left the economy in a way where people couldn't survive. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, they both have worked to put us where we are. Do we want
yes.
to go back? No, we
No, we're
should
not
not
going
go
back.
back. We have divorced him, and we
Yeah.
intend to continue to divorce number 45.
Yes.
And that's what
Yep.
people need to know.
Yes.
The lot, the
Yeah, we
small
have to come out
businesses.
there and vote. He has to
President
go.
Harris has a plan for our small businesses.
Yep.
Our small businesses make up a large, deep, amount of our population. The small businesses contribute so much to our GDP, and
Mhm.
we don't understand that. Who wants them to remain in business? Who's going to provide them the support that they need? Okay,
Yes.
Trump wants to put money in the big corporation. He doesn't care
Hmm.
about small businesses.
No,
These
no,
are
it
the
doesn't.
things that we need to know. Women's right, a law that was in the book 50 years, Roe versus Wade.
Just
This
overturned. Yeah.
exactly. This is something that we all need to have the right to make decisions for ourselves. If we can trust ourselves to carry our babies, we trust ourselves to raise children, we trust ourselves to be mothers, to be parents, to also be the cornerstone of our family.
Yes.
So why
I
can't we make
absolutely
decisions for
agree.
ourselves? Why should, if I'm faced with a situation that I need to make a decision, it should be me, my doctor, my husband,
Hmm.
or my partner. We should be able to make those decisions for ourselves.
Oh
He
my God.
he intend to take every single right that we
He's just totally
take away.
destructive.
Exactly.
I mean, we don't want to call names here, but we know, the type, we know, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
he's totally moronic, demonic. I mean, I shouldn't be giving my opinion, but
Well, I think you
everything
should, as a citizen too. Believe me, you would be impacted. He doesn't care about the media. He care about those
doesn't care.
who are talking, who can say lies about him or put him
Right.
on a pedestal. Those are the
Yeah.
only media people that he care about. If
Yes.
you don't say something good about him, then he doesn't want to hear. What type of leader don't want to hear constructive criticism? People should be able to give me constructive criticism. Whether it's good or bad, you tell me something. I won't use it against you. Anything that you say,
Yeah.
man, use it against you. Okay,
Hmm.
if it's not in his favor. And Miss Westo, before we even go any further, I want to raise the issue also what he's doing when it comes to the Supreme Court justices that he's putting in there. It's dangerous, which is why we need to get Kamala elected. And people
Yes.
need to understand that when you give this man power, he uses it to his own benefit.
Right. I mean, he's spoken about becoming a dictator. I mean, I don't know what will happen to the country at all if he was to become president again. Representative Woodson, after the bipartisan border bill was sabotaged by former President Trump, Biden administration in June passed an executive order to temporarily suspend the processing of most asylum claims at the U.S. border. Now, would that affect applicants for TPS in any way?
Well, immigration is a federal issue, and those are the type of conversation that we need to have. I don't
Hmm.
want to talk about something. I can see how it might affect the TPS recipient, but this is why we are having communications with the current administration right now in order to make sure that RTPS recipients are not affected. And like I said, with this administration, at least we can have a conversation if we feel something is going to affect our people. Because believe me, as an immigrant, as a woman, as a Haitian woman, I intend to be my brother's keeper. I have been my brother's keeper and I will continue to do that. Not just myself, we have a group of elected Haitian elected officials, and not only us Haitian, we have so many people who are not of Haitian descent who are standing with us when it comes to the fight for immigration. We have Congressman Frederica Wilson, who is a big advocate, a big supporter from way back. Now, we also have one of our own, Congresswoman Sheila Sheffilis McCormick, who got elected, who is there for us, the only Haitian American that we have. We have Debbie Wasserman also, who has been standing with us in the fight for immigration. And of course, we have Debbie Mukasel Power, who was in Congress, who has fought for us, and now is asking for a chance to go back, to go to the Senate now to upset Rick Scott, which we know would do as much damages as Trump if he gets elected. So we have a lot of work in our hand to save, not only to save our democracy, which is the most important thing, we need to save our democracy, but to help us fight, this fight when it comes to immigration. Because God knows so many of us come from another country, so many of us are immigrants, but we forgot where we came from, or we just close the door after we get here. We don't want others to have a chance. We look at them as alien. We look at them as someone who should not be here. But guess what? We forgot where we come from. One thing that I never take for granted, I never take for granted the fact the United States gave me a chance that my own country did not give me. Therefore, I have an obligation to fight also for my brothers and sisters to have a chance to live the American dream just like anybody else.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. So now let me ask you, the bipartisan border bill was championed due to having support from both political parties. How would the bill impact Florida and the immigration population here, as Florida is a point of entry for many Haitians and other Caribbean immigrants and asylum seekers?
Are you referring to the bill and at the federal level?
Yeah, the bipartisan border bill, the security bill.
Right. And you know who stopped this bill? Trump, so he could do as many damages as he can. And tell you the truth, it was supported by so many people from both sides. However, the devil is Trump doesn't want it to happen because he wants to take credit to show that he was the one who fixed the border. He's not fixing anything. Don't believe that. Don't believe on nothing this man said to you. The only thing that you need to believe is the fact he would make Project 2025 a reality. He doesn't have a plan. His only plan is Project 2025, and this is what he will do if he gets elected. He likes to have credit for things that he did not do, but this one, Project 2025 is his plan to lead this country.
Now, Vice President Harris has stated that if she's elected president, she would sign the bipartisan border bill if it made it to her desk. Now, she has talked about an earned pathway to citizenship, but has not detailed what the policy would look like. For many members of the diaspora in South Florida and other parts of the U.S., this is an existential election. How can the diaspora here in the U.S. get involved in pushing policy as well as making their voices heard leading up to the November election?
Great question, Ms. Vessel. Great question.
Okay.
What I tell people, and I'm out there every day, even Sunday, we went to Canvas at 9 o'clock, and met so many young people out there. What I tell people, you want to get involved, but your involvement should be as of yesterday, which means if you are not involved right now, you need to be involved now so you can contribute more to the process later. In your involvement, you should be focused on getting Kamala Harris elected. That should be our priority now. That should be our goal. You need to be out there asking people, are you a registered voter?
vote.
And if you are a U.S. citizen, whether you are born in the United States or you're an American, you are naturalized, you need to register to vote. That's
Yeah.
one. Final place, final location, at the colleges, at the
Yeah.
Broward College,
Mhm.
close wherever. There's an election office right there at the college where you can go in your
Right.
community. There are
As soon
some
as they're
other places.
18.
Actually, at 16, while they're in high school, they can do
Oh,
the application at 16 in the high school. And then by the time you turn 18, it's ready
okay.
to register
Wow.
to vote. So the first step is to register people to vote, encourage people to go find a location, a supervisor of election or wherever, register to
Right.
vote. Go online and do the application. So that's
Yes.
the first thing. The second thing that we need to do, registered voters, we need to make sure that they go in the Broward that vote or supervisor of election, your supervisor of election, wherever you are, because I know Caribbean today transcend among all different communities, not just right here in Broward that people are reading about you. Go to your supervisor of elections or call, ask questions to make sure that you are active as a registered voter.
Just
Because if you have not voted in several and so many and previous elections, there's a chance that your status might be deactivated because they are
right.
purging people in the system. So
Yes.
please verify your
Make
voters
sure.
identification
Yes.
status
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you are
Mm-hmm.
active, that you are current. That's the
And
second.
register to
And I'm
vote. Yeah.
saying that so we all could go back and be advocate and talk to others after we check our own status.
Yeah.
Once
Mm-hmm.
you check your status, you make sure that you are registered to vote. You can do two things. You can request a vote by mail ballot from the
Mm-hmm.
supervisor of election if you know that you are not going to be there. Especially in this one, I'm talking to the people who have registered to vote in the past and people who want to register by vote by mail. People
By
who,
mail.
yes, to register for vote by mail ballot. Please. If you request a vote by mail ballot, you have not received it, contact the supervisor of election. If you don't get it, still go in the system, check your status, or call them to find out whether you still a registered voter,
Yeah. Okay.
if your status is active. Now, there's something very important. You have the 2 early voting weeks that you have prior to
Yes.
November 5th.
Those are the best.
Please, those are the best time. The
Yeah.
good thing about those 2 weeks are, the good thing about it is you can go to any
Anywhere.
place that is open in your county. If you
Yeah.
reside in Broward County, go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere where there's an office open that you can go and cast your vote. You don't have to go to the precinct that
Yeah.
is on your voters registration card. You can go anywhere and
I
cast
love that. Yeah.
whatever is closer to your home. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if you wait until November 5th, that's the last day. You could have long lines. You could have anything happen.
Exactly.
Something could happen in your family where you can go. It could be a flooding, rain, or whatever.
Yeah.
You never know. So please take advantage of those 2 weeks.
I in
Go and
with
cast your
early
vote.
vote with early voting, you only need to show your driver's license,
Driver's license. Driver's
And
license.
but if
And
you wait until November 5th, you're going to need your voter's registration card.
well, on November
And
5th as well, you can vote with your voter's with your driver's license also.
just with the license.
With
Okay.
the
All right.
license also. But I'm telling people, do not wait until this
No, there's no
day
excuse.
because the
Right.
lines is long and anything could happen where you don't have the open. You
No,
cannot, this elections, your life is on the line. Your life is on
yes.
the line. Okay?
Yes.
Your life
Yes.
is on the line. So take advantage of
Take
the early
make that
voting
effort
days.
and go out there.
Even on
Yes.
Sunday, you
Yeah.
can be coming from church. And one thing to that I'm telling people, be a messenger, be an advocate, be an ambassador.
Yes.
Talk to your friends, family members that you know
Yes.
who would not go out to vote, who say there's nothing in there for you. Please
Right.
don't even talk to them.
Yes.
Everything is on the line for you.
Yes.
Take it serious. Show them. And I'm speaking not to my Haitian American people. Trump put a label on you that can hurt you, that can hurt future generations. He shows you that he doesn't give a darn about you. He call your country a shit whole country. That's
Right?
what he said
The
before.
nerve.
Not
Oh,
only that, now he's telling you that you eat cat and dog. I have a message for him. We do not eat cat and dogs. Our
yeah.
children should be proud. Our families, all Haitian, you should be proud of yourself. Stand tall
Yeah.
because we all are here working hard, making a living. We were not born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We were not. Nothing was given to us. We work hard. We are all level. We doctors, lawyers, engineers, public administrators, businesswomen. We work in the hotels. We work in the field. We put food on your table. We
Yes.
talk with the unions. So no, show him what you can do. Go out there and
Who
vote
we
for
are. Yes.
Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to get
Yes.
someone decent, someone who can unite our country, someone who is
Someone who cares, someone
two
who has a
people
heart.
who have proven
He,
that they are human.
yeah,
Kamala
they're
Harris has
humans,
proven that
right?
he's human. And you saw what happened when she picked Tim Walz. The country was on fire because everybody loved this man. They love what he
Yes.
stands for, and he shows you that he's human. So
Oh,
we need
yes.
to put our
He's
energy, we
wonderful.
need to
Yeah.
use that anger, that frustration about what
Mm-hmm.
Trump said. Do not let them take your eyes off the prize. Focus on what you need to do. And what you need to do is work
Work.
until we get Kamala Harris elected. And once we get her
Oh,
elected,
yes.
we will stand behind her and give her the support that she needs to run this country and move this country forward.
Put you forward.
We should be focusing on.
Yes. Oh my goodness. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Can you give me a little update on what is going on in Haiti? The
And-
status now that, we have deployment of troops there,
mhm,
from various
mhm.
countries.
Yes, in Haiti right now, it's really too early to say because
Hmm.
we have the consul right now and we have the prime minister. The prime
Hmm.
minister came recently to have a conversation with us, Haitian American leaders. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but he did speak out. I look at the video of what transpired. He did speak up on what's being done, the plan that they have. Haiti has been going through this. As I mentioned to you, I was 21 when I left Haiti. And I
Okay.
left because of corruption, because of greed, because of turmoil. Because when I went to take an exam for medical school, just because I did not have a godfather working for the government, I did not stand a chance. And this is how I ended up coming here. So Haiti has been going through this prior to me even being born. So this
Mhm.
is a country where it's going to take a while for us to get Haiti back to where it needs to be. And it's all greed. We quick to, yes, the United States, it's a lot of things that we can do better. Okay. I'm not going to say we cannot do some of those things, certain things better, but I cannot put the blame just on the United States because what happened to our leaders? Haiti is a small country like this, right? If you have pride of your country, you would lead your country. You don't need people to come in and tell you what to do in your own country.
Mhm.
Take charge, lead your country, do certain things. But because of greed, if you want to take, of course, you're going to be told what you need to do. So, because let me tell you something, we, some of the leaders are at fault also for putting the country to where it is because we
Yeah.
should have led Haiti. We were the first Black independent nation. Where's that resilience that we have, that love for our country that our ancestors have? So it's going to take a lot. The prime minister has a plan. He has spoken about the plan. Um, he wants the diaspora to be involved as well. And I cannot wait to have a conversation with him, to ask him some questions, because I want to hear from him and I want to see some improvement myself because I'm tired of my people suffering, my country suffering. Haiti is a beautiful
Yeah.
country. It's
Oh, yeah.
our people are beautiful people with good heart, kind heart, but most of all, hard working people. You give a Haitian $100, she'll
Yeah.
start a business. You give them $50, she'll start a business, and she'll make sure that this business is proper and take care of her or her children and raise those
Yes.
children. So
Oh,
I'm kind of
yeah, resilience.
I hope with this new council and this new administration that we have in Haiti, we can start seeing some progress. But it's going to take time, and I don't want to pass judgment so early because
Mhm.
I want to give them some time. But that time, I need to start seeing certain things being done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Well, boy, this was a wonderful conversation. Thank you
I
so
really
much.
appreciate you too. You make it so easy. You're such a good host.
Oh,
You
thank you.
had some very good questions.
Oh,
And you
it
make
was
it
all
seem so
about you.
no, it's you, it's you, it's you. You led a very good conversation. I really appreciate that.
Oh no, thank you. Our viewers will be happy, so happy to hear this interview. You've
Yeah,
been
and
wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
yeah,
Now,
and my last word would be to for everybody who is listening or looking at the Zoom, please, 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 please do yourself a favor, do your nation a favor. We had so many people who have fought for us to put us where we are. Our
yes,
veterans, our ancestors, the people who came be
yeah,
in front of us uh, prior to us to put us where we are, to make
yeah,
sure that we can sit at the table, to make sure that we can have front row if we want to make sure that we can be on the bus, like those
yeah.
all
Bro.
those people, and even those people who've been in politics prior to me, who have paved the way for me to occupy the seat that I'm occupying in a state where you have 22 million people plus, and 120 of us get to occupy the seat that I'm in. I have an obligation to fight for everyone, my Haitian brothers and sisters as a Haitian American. I have to be there for them, to uplift them, to make sure that they are protected, to make sure they are respected as well. So I appreciate you sharing the light on those important issues. And
Oh
we
yeah.
will get Kamala Harris elected as our next president of the
Pres-
United States. There's no
Oh
if
yeah.
but. If we don't do our part, we should not wake up on November 6th and say, oh, we should have done this, we shouldn't have done that. Let's get
Right.
out. Let's roll up our sleeves, put on our tennis
Let's go
shoes,
out
go
in
walk, knock on the
solidarity and
door.
just, yeah,
Exactly. Find a place where you can go make phone calls. You can call
yeah.
people. You can educate. I don't care
Make
where
sure
you are.
everyone, yes,
You are at the grocery stores, wherever you are, take the time, talk to someone. I
talk to
made it my
people. Yes.
business to talk to everyone. I don't care. And tell you the truth, I have spoken to so many Republicans right now who told me by the time we finish our conversation, I'm not voting for Trump. So this is
Yes,
we need
exactly.
we not to be afraid. Talk to everyone, whether they're Democrat, Republicans,
Yeah.
talk, have a conversation.
This point, yeah. At this point, it doesn't matter. We don't care what their party is.
Save our
We just,
democracy. That's my
yeah,
line. Save
yeah,
our
right.
democracy. Mhm.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you again, Representative Marie Paul Woodson. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. We appreciate it, okay? And of course, we're here. I'm sending out prayers for a Haitian community and for the rest of the Caribbean diaspora as well. We're all, involved and, everything is at stake, for all, Caribbean
Mhm.
people. So thank you again, and I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you. I appreciate the support from the Caribbean community because when one of us suffer, we all suffer. So
Yes.
I appreciate you. Thank you. And I look forward to talking to you again. I enjoyed our conversation.
Me too.
Let's go
Okay.
get Kamala elected. And after
Right
that,